What up? What up? Mic check 1 2 1 2. We in the building. How's everybody doing tonight? My name is Johnny, and this is live with Johnny. So let me take a look here. All right, y'all. So yeah, make sure y'all check out like my posts and stuff like that. I'm on. I'm on a few different Facebook pages now. So y'all got to make sure y'all tap into everything because it's gonna be so much that you want to make sure that you tap in. Don't miss a single thing. As a matter of fact, I'm about to share my Facebook page. Oh shit! So make sure y'all check that out. So we're gonna talk about this word today. We're gonna talk about this word woke and where it came from. Because a lot of people don't know where the word woke came from. And that's going to be the topic today. My name is Johnny, and this is Live with Johnny. Make sure y'all let y'all people know, tap in, let them know we live on the air. And you do not want to miss this. We're going to be with you in just a second. Leave your comments too. All right. How's everybody doing this evening? I hope y'all doing good. I hope y'all well. So, let me get started here in just a second. All right. We're gonna go ahead and get started. My name is Johnny, and this is Live with Johnny. If you got a comment, make sure you leave a comment because I want to see what people are saying about or thinking about what I'm saying. And I can also post your comment if you have a comment. We can put it up there, and that's like an example right here of how it could be. It's like as of right now, I don't have a whole lot of people commenting. So this is like an example of how cool it could be as we, get to talking. So I'm gonna turn this music down a little bit. We in Peoria. Peoria is what it is. Peoria is a city. It's different. It's different. All right. So we're going to say that. So anyway, so the word woke obviously been around for a long time. The word woke ain't never been a bad word, a word that would get you in trouble. The word woke ain't never been a word that gets you in trouble, right? So I believe right before the pandemic, Erica Badu had told everybody and really came up with the term, like told everybody, be woke. You know what I'm saying? It's surprising it came from a black woman at that. You know what I'm saying? To She was speaking to like black people, well, really everybody, but really mainly like to black people, like, hey, y'all stay woke. And the more time goes by, I understand it more. You know what I'm saying? It took some time for me to really grasp it, but now as time goes by, I understand it more, right? And put my smart glasses on. Hey Meta. Hey Meta. So we're gonna get to that later. Sometime Meta be tripping. She told me to call her something else the other day. I was like, what? Yo, that shit tripped me out. But Erica Badu came up with the term woke, like the phrase, like, y'all, we gotta be woke out here. And she did that because they was, even back then, they was telling us a lot of stuff during the pandemic that didn't quite add up. And who was the president around that time? I help you out. It was Trump during the pandemic. And he even told us after the pandemic, like, well, I knew it was bad, but I was just trying to, spare people. I wasn't trying to tell. He got caught. And he was able to wiggle his way out of it and was like, well, I just didn't want to tell people. Like, he was saying behind closed doors, like, oh shit, this is gonna kill everybody. But will come out and tell people, oh, it's all good, don't worry, A lot of people died because they wasn't given the correct information. They want to blame Fauci, the doctor, and all that, so they don't believe it's a war against science. That's a whole nother chapter, but that's what they want to blame it on. But he knew that it was bad. Like, and even like Fauci was telling us, it's bad. Y'all stay away from each other. I don't give a fuck. If he was wrong about the distance, the fact is we got to stay away from it. We don't know how it's spread. You know what I'm saying? He was trying to get the word out there. But that's here, like I said, it's here and there. But Erica Badu was saying, because you know how like she's a figure. She's a person that speaks from the heart. Neo soul, like she damn near the queen of neo soul, and neo soul like on a higher level, supposed to be anyway, to speak to you in a more positive way, sort of thing. And she came up with the terminology, be woke, y'all black people, and it resonated with us so much, like it almost became a term, like for people, because we was like, y'all, we need to be woke, and it almost became like a term. But then once conservatives heard about like this term, that we was speaking a language that we could all understand. Like even now when I say woke, most black people don't look at that as what they look at it as. You can get fired now for going to your job and saying, man, I'm woke. I'm woke now, y'all. Shoot, I was, you know what I'm saying? So people don't even say the word woke, especially in their job place, because you could get fired. Or type something on Facebook, you can get fired. Because it's like they ban that word because that word is so powerful. You feel what I'm saying? It speaks to people who, because if you go like to a different state, a different black people have different language. I'm not different language. We speak the same language, but we speak it in a different way. The slang we use, the accents we use, whatever. We country. Some people country as fuck. So we are spread in different. We might not understand everything everybody's saying everywhere. And that's confusing us. We can't communicate with each other. You know what I'm saying? We can have a conversation with each other and still not be able to really communicate with each other, to tell people. That's how they was able to kind of get away with like Juneteenth, what we celebrating this month, is because we wasn't communicating with the black people from over to the other, side of the country. And it's still like that. Our language barriers are broken up so much. So with that being said, that's the way they like it to be, to where we can't communicate. So there's this word that comes out called woke, and this word woke was able to reach boundaries. Everybody could understand, simple, and black people, I think, and I'm, none of this is racist or any of that, but we have, well, I heard one person say like we're 100 years ahead of everybody else, because you could just, even now, some of them still don't understand what the word woke means, and you could try to explain it 100 times, and to them they think it's a bad word, and it's not. It means basically what she was trying to say is it's going to be a lot of things that are told to us in this country, and a lot of it's not going to be true. And I remember my grandma used to say, my mom used to say, you got to use the common sense you was born with, and that's going to be what's going to allow you to survive in these next few years. I'm gonna say that again. Your common sense that your mama gave you is what's going to be. It's already a survival technique. Already is that, but even more so now, because, like someone pointed out, they really want you to believe what you hear and not what you see. Did I get that right? Yeah. That's what they want you to do. That's what they've been asking you to do. You like, what? Ever since you was like in grade school and coming up, they always was trying to put in your head like Columbus was this good person. And then come to find out Columbus is was like a pedophile type person, and was having kids like on an island. He used like America as his island. Like that's the same thing that we're going through right now with all this other stuff. Like that was what this America was really built on, and people got to a point. America was so bad that what they was doing over here had other countries, they was embarrassed. Oh, my back it is to what they was embarrassed what they was doing over here. The Soviet Union was laughing at them like, "Oh, y'all trying to be uh democratic, and y'all won't even let y'all black people out of chains in cages." So it was almost a point to where they really didn't want to let slaves go, and they've always shown that. American always shown that they didn't really want slaves to be free. It's too much. Sorry, y'all. For some of them, for some people, our competition is just too much for them, and that mediocre stuff is not going to work. Whew, sorry. And that mediocre stuff is just not going to work no more. You can't get by on just being mediocre. So, but anyway, that's what they want you to believe. They want you to believe what you hear and not what you see. And being woke is actually all of that. Being woke is hearing, seeing, smelling, And it dawned on me because, to be honest, like a lot of these people, that's why he's able to tell them something and they'll believe it. And you'll be like, what? You confused because what they don't understand, here's what they don't understand, is that's not a trait that black people have. We could be born with nothing, and we are born with nothing. But it's things that are put inside of us that if something don't look right, it don't smell right, ain't no way in the world you can convince me. And I can't even pretend like I you feel what I'm saying? You want me to pretend that we have 5 assassinations so far? And therefore, you got to have a ballroom to go with your big ass plane you just bought. Y'all see that plane? No, because he ain't trying to share it with y'all. No, you ain't see that plane. Jatari plane, whatever that is. But the word woke meant to be aware of stuff about what's going on. And they really made it into a bad word to where now we don't even say it to each other. And a lot of us are not woke. A lot of us have fallen asleep. Like I said, I always say, I know like females was pissed off like not Michelle, Kamala didn't win. But what y'all have to also understand, I want everybody to understand this. Trump, in order for the social, in order for the nature of things to happen, that's a better way to say it. In order for the nature of things to happen the way it's supposed to be, he was supposed to have won. Because people need to see the flaws in the supremacy thing they call supremacy. I mean, they already know it's flawed. Some people do, but some people believe in it wholeheartedly. Like it's some people that believe that America owes them, because of the color of their skin, America owes them more than they owe everybody else. That's their God-given right before anybody else. That's, and I'm finding out more. Like America really, like when they tell you America stole this land, like America really stole this land. Like this land, America was really more Africans. Yeah, I said the Africans and Indians like are already here. That's what they don't talk about. They burned a lot of them books and stuff like that. They was already here. So that's what y'all need to understand. Like this is they tell us to stay woke because they don't want us learning more. They don't want us to know our true history. They don't want us to know who our ancestors was. Like you have to really stay woke. And I'm not saying that to tell you. I'm not saying that because it might get me in trouble. But I mean, we have to, man. There's so much going on, and we have to plug in. I'll say it that way. We got to plug in. So, all right, I'm gonna get out of here. My name is Johnny, and this is Live with Johnny.